Hi, I'm Jared Miller from West Safety Services. Today I wanted to talk to you about the 9-1-1 regulatory framework. And when I say that, maybe everyone's turned off the video, that's fine. And I think that there's an assumption that usually those regulatory concerns only apply to our voice services provider or our carrier, the person that we're subscribing to voice services from. We assume that they've got that tied up. What I wanted to talk about today is that there's a whole regulatory framework that applies only and specifically to you, the enterprise. So it's your responsibility beyond the carrier, their voice services, what they might even be deploying into your network, to make sure that you're solving for this very critical safety element of your voice services for your users. We're keeping them safe. We're keeping them alive when the worst case scenario arrives. So today, there are 25 states that have enacted or proposed legislation in place. So 25 states, over half the union. What we're also seeing is there's a greater and greater momentum of states joining that club of 25 to enact their own legislation. It's become clear, even based on FCC statements, that the better we get at deploying safety solutions, at deploying 911 solutions that provide all these capabilities that support our transition to IP voice, these great technologies, the better we are at saving lives. So recently there was a tragedy in Texas. It resulted in Kari's Law. Kari's Law was about making sure that we don't put anything in the way of somebody just simply picking up the phone, relying on that intuitive understanding of 911, dialing 911 and getting to help. That's the straightforward transaction that all of us believe in and depend upon. Kari's Law was about making sure that there were no barriers to us getting to help. But what was interesting is that it was also about defining notifications. Notifications telling us, business owners, enterprise managers, when an emergency was happening. It's just as important as making sure that public safety is aware and they can get help to us in a timely fashion. What's also interesting is that Kari's Law is making its way to a national forum. It's been proposed federally. It's been taken as a model that could be enacted at a federal level so that we can see that across the United States, every enterprise with IP technologies being deployed to their users might need to comply. So it's about getting better at providing location services to our users when they're given technologies that allows them to communicate and to make telephone calls from anywhere they need to, wherever business dictates. It requires national solution capabilities to bring together all of your disparate locations, to make sure that even though you may only have one or two locations that fall under a state that has legislation enacted, that you're also making sure that you're supporting your users in other states where legislation has not yet been put in place. We need to make sure that when you make your transition to all of these values that are promised by hosted voice, SIP trunking, all of these great IP technologies that are changing the way that we do business, that we also have a comprehensive underlying safety solution that's there to save the lives and keep safe our users.